All right, so it's June of 2026. I wanted to make this video because last year, 12 months ago, June of 2025, was the most money I had ever made in a month up to that point. I made over $70,000. I had a sales team of about 60 to 70 people. Everyone was making money. Momentum was going. Things were looking good. We were crushing it. Fast forward a couple months, 75, 80% of that team quits. Bills started stacking up. Team wasn't doing as well. I had stresses that I was dealing with financially, spiritually, physically, so everything in life. And around 3 to 4 months ago, beginning of this year, I started listening more and more to SEALs like Jocko Willink, David Goggins, other SEALs I'd find on YouTube, listening to podcasts, things of that nature. And obviously, I've never served in the military, but these are 5 principles that I picked up from SEALs that helped me get through one of the hardest seasons of my life. So the first one is going to be this phrase called work the problem. So whenever the team was quitting, or you can apply this to anything, whenever you're going through hardships, but for me, whenever the team was quitting, I was running into retention problems, financial things, business stress. I kept hearing this phrase over and over again from SEALs, which is work the problem, which means don't focus on, oh, why me? Why is this happening? And complaining, pointing fingers. It's okay, this is what happened, this is the problem. How can I work this problem? How can I improve the situation? What tools do I have at my disposal right now to get better? And it taught me that emotion doesn't solve problems, only work does. So anybody on my team, everybody on my team knows this phrase now, work the problem. You come to me with the problem, all right, work the problem, get it done, figure it out, be resourceful. So for me, it was always about, when it comes to my business, it was always about, all right, retention's going low, like how can I be more resourceful with my leads? So work the problem always comes down to being resourceful, FIO, figure it out, work the problem. That's one lesson that I've learned from SEALs that really helped me out with my business. The second one is another phrase I heard, which is all in, all the time. So this one was really big because it talks about doing the work even when you're not motivated to do it. So that's still showing up with my sales team. It's putting in dials, recruiting, closing, working on pipeline management, things of that nature. So you have to do that work regardless. And it's easy to do it when momentum's going and you're feeling good, but who are you when momentum's not going good, right? And then all in all the time also refers to the fact that it's not just once we stop calling for the day, I'm done thinking about the business or done working on the business. No, let's pour into more people. Let's get out there. Let's recruit more. Let's help develop other leaders. And that mentality is what really separates the winners from people who just have a little bit of success, or the good players from the great players. All in, all the time. You have to be obsessed with what you do. It's be obsessed or be average. So that was one phrase that really stuck out to me, and that really helped me. Half commitment gets you half results. So you got to be all in all the time. Third thing, I really love this phrase when I heard it, but it's anything worth doing is worth overdoing. So for me, I used to be a college athlete, and I played football in college, and I was always really talented physically when it came to football, and a lot of things came easily to me. One of the big lessons I learned in football was I have to constantly be putting in the work and overachieving. So even if you're super talented, if you're not working hard, it's going to catch up to you to a certain point. So I was super talented in high school. I was able to easily dominate in high school without putting in too much work. When you get to college, it's a whole new playing field. Everyone's talented, right? So anything worth doing is worth overdoing. So I started applying that to everything I do, whether it be the gym, whether it be the Bible, whether it be leadership, whether it be sales. Hey, if we're gonna do this thing, we're gonna make sure we do it to completion. So that's one phrase that really stuck out to me. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. All right, this one was fire. It's the Navy SEAL have their own ethos, and this one is straight out of their ethos, but it's never out of the fight. So this really is just something you can talk to yourself and speak to yourself about. It's really going to help your mindset when times aren't going good. So I remember looking at my checking account, and I have 10, 15K in bills, and it's like, all right, like how am I gonna make 10-15K just to pay these bills this month? Or I remember losing people. How am I gonna rebuild this? The biggest thing was for me, like, as long as I'm representing the Jackson name, as long as I'm representing my family, I'm never out of the fight. And that has to be your mindset if you want to be successful. It's, I'll do whatever it takes to win, as long as it's legal, ethical, moral. And you just have to put that in your head, like, I'm never gonna quit. I'm never out of the fight. As long as I'm still breathing, I'm still gonna keep going. So hearing that from SEALs, that's something that stuck out to me, and I say that all the time now. No matter how hard anything gets, I'm never out of the fight. I always still have a chance. You gotta have that mindset. Last one is no easy day. A lot of times you also hear it phrased as the only easy day was yesterday. And to me, this talks about, like, problems don't disappear, they don't go away. It's not that it gets easier. I didn't think, back then I used to think, like, if I have more money, it'll get easier. If I have a bigger team, it'll get easier. If I have more success, it'll get easier, right? And it's just a full circle moment where you realize that you're always gonna have problems, always gonna have issues, always gonna have different troubles, but it's no easy day. The only easy day was yesterday. New levels, new devils. So, all right, cool, that day was done. Today's a new day, no easy day. Let's go out there prepared to face these challenges. So, the older I get, man, the more I realized God never promised me an easy life. What he promised was to build the man that could carry the vision he has for me. And these 5 Navy SEAL principles, like I said, I've never served, but I think they're great mindsets for anybody to take and apply to your own life, because it's only going to help you be successful and become a winner. If this spoke to you like it spoke to me, I hope you can take these principles, apply them to your own life, and have your own success. Let's have a great rest of the year, and God bless.